Hey everyone, it's Kimberly Shipley here. How are y'all? And Teddy. Yeah. Um, anyway, yeah, Teddy. Um, sorry I hadn't made a video today. So I wanted to get on here and do a little talk session. My stomach has just felt bad today. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to get on here and talk about a little something. So since I didn't feel like really up to doing anything else today, and nothing bad wrong, it's just, you know how it is when you have a tummy ache. That's just been my day today. And Teddy's wanting some petting, so I guess y'all can watch me pet Teddy. um, I wanted to go over the cost. I told y'all I would, so I thought right now would be a good time for it. Since I ain't felt well, the cost of the construction of Caleb's bedroom. I know this ain't like counting the bed or nothing like that. Purchased. His grandma actually purchased his bed. Teddy needs a haircut. I got to get this out of his eyes too. When I feel better tomorrow, that's my second adventure. Yeah. Yeah, baby. He lays down like a baby. Here you go, sweetie. Do you see his little paw in the air? Look there, those little feet. Ain't those little feet cute? Sorry about that. As a lot of you know, I have a lung infection, and that happens sometimes. A little cough. I have a chronic lung infection due to caused by possibly black mold, and Daddy's had me rub his belly. But as you kind of see, he loves his belly rubbed. See, Daddy? Sorry, I just was going to share that with y'all. You don't want your belly rubbed more, baby? But anyway, I was wanting to share the cost with y'all about Caleb's bed, or not his bed and things like that, but the cost of just the construction of the room. And he's not got a super huge bedroom. And you know, I will say this right here. Of course, I know y'all know that I've got a lot of hateful comments lately about my home, this and that, or something I've done. If you don't like my home, which is paid off, right now I don't have the financial means to do this, but you're welcome to buy a new double wide or something for me. You know, I mean, that'd be nice. So just saying, before you think about being rude, you know, maybe this is all I can do for the time being. And I'm trying to reconstruct a home. You know, what the reasons are behind of what happened to my home. You know, I'm not going to go over everything with everybody from the past. The past is the past, whether it's about my husband or what he did here or what he didn't do here. That was still my husband. He's gone now. I'm not going to bring him up. What he didn't do or what. And yes, he was a great carpenter. And there's just some reasons. And I don't want to discuss that because my husband's gone. He died. And I'm widowed now. I've got to go from today forward. I can't change the past. So I'm trying to make the present better. And, you know, there was some reasons in the past, the reason why things wasn't done. So, as being the content creator, you've got to respect me for that. And I can't change things in the past. You don't know what things was like back then. You know, and anyway, that's all I want to say about it. And I just want to leave everything in the past. And start from, you know, now forward. So if you want to criticize about my home or this and that, you're welcome to buy me a brand new double wide or whatever else, because I don't have the funds to buy that right now. And so, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, if you're going to criticize somebody, actually help somebody. And I'm not asking for nothing. I'm not asking for help. But sometimes it'd be nice to have help. But Teddy, don't get on my glasses. Here, I'm putting them on top of my head. That way Teddy won't get on them. Yeah, baby. But just saying, before you criticize somebody, hey, instead of criticize, why don't you offer to help? Just kind of saying. But anyway, that's really what my topic. But I did want to address that. I had it on my mind. Hey, baby. But whatever I choose and decide, in my life, or things I want to do or not do, or do at the moment or not do at the moment, that's my concern. Nobody can criticize me when they don't know what it is like living life in my shoes. As an example, right now I'm working in my home. I got 3 bills paid off when I sold my Jeep. I didn't even keep a penny of my Jeep money. Yes, baby. And I didn't have a penny of that left. Yes, baby. He's wanting attention. And he strives for his mommy's attention. As you can see, he's wanting me to pet him. And he strives for my attention. But, so I got 3 past due payments that was trying to sue me paid off. So I didn't even have a penny of that left. So anyway, even if I decided to take a trip, and, I'm thinking about making a trip for Caleb. We got season passes to Legoland a while back. They're still good. And I thought about taking Caleb around his birthday. So I don't know yet. I mean, it's still something I'm trying to go over and plan over. Bless you, Teddy. Teddy's sneezing, if you heard him. Okay, baby, let's settle down. Mama's talking on here. And so, I mean, just saying, if I do something and spend a little extra money on one thing, that's my concern. I know what I'm doing. And, I put a lot of time and effort. And if I want some free time, and I want Caleb to have free time, doing something he enjoys or I enjoy or whatever, we can do that. So I don't want criticism from anything like that. So I just wanted to put that out there. Now, the cost of the room. And this, like I said, it ain't counting beds and all that, furniture, nothing like that. All of his furniture in his room is brand new. Actually, his grandma got it for him. And, but, okay, I started painting, and this is a story Caleb's written. This is the reason why it took so long, and it felt like it was a long time for me. And that's the reason why I kind of had to start pinching my pennies about laminate and things like that. And maybe some people don't know the whole story. First of all, I started painting in Caleb's room, and then I found a soft spot. I looked in under the floor, the carpet, and it was about a hole about that big. And I'm like, okay, this explains some things. Well, I had my son-in-law to come out, which I had to pay him out of pocket. My son-in-law came out, and he looked at it, which he's a good carpenter, done a great job. He pulled out the carpet and went and looked at the extensive damage in the 1-bedroom. Now, I had the room next door is my bathroom. It's considered my, that side of the house bathroom. And my tub had a leak in it, which it's been fixed. So that's not a problem. I had somebody to fix it. That was one of the first things, because I knew it was a leak. I knew there had to be water damage underneath the tub. So it's fixed underneath the tub, took care of all that. But this is a room beside of the bathroom, and he said it was caused from that tub leak, the way it all strained out. So anyway, long story short, when he pulled up the whole carpet, sorry, I get tired. When he pulled up the whole carpet, he gets in there and starts really investigating. The whole floor in the bedroom was totaled. And so I had to go in and buy bunches of material for a new floor. And underneath the floor, the 4x4s or whatever they are, underneath the floor, and have it all rebuilt. So, I mean, we was down to the frame of the home. And in that room, and around that room, just to make sure it's done right. So he said, I'd prefer to have everything in the frame of the floor to be rebuilt too, to know it's safe for us. So if anybody wonders why I've got a lung infection, this was a lot of the reasons. Which now it's coming out of the house, you know. I mean, sometimes you're not finding some things till later, you know. Some things you can't see because that was under carpet. Well, anyway, my son-in-law tore the floor out, and I purchased the material at Lowe's. When we went and got the material, I believe it was close to $200. Something like between $150 $200 that we'd spent at Lowe's buying floorboard, you know, the boards for the floor. I'm trying to think what you call them, ply boards. And then by the time you buy whatever 4x4s or whatever it was for the framing of the floor, well, all that cost, so that's about $150. Well, whoever had put this is just, I'm glad it happened the way it did. Coincidental, but the person that hooked up my tub drain line, or water line, not drain line, but the water line, came completely off when they was actually working in the bedroom. So my son-in-law got in there and I had to go get more material, which I was around $30, $40. And for the materials for that I would have expected, maybe $50, somewhere between 30 and 50. And so he was there, he fixed all that, got it hooked up. He said the guy didn't even have it really hooked up, just barely hooked up. He said that's the reason why it came undone. He checked the rest of the pipes and under there, and he said they all looked secure that he could see. The only thing that wasn't hooked up right was the bathtub. So, again, I'm glad it happened like it did so it could get fixed. So anyway, he got that took care of. And so that was extra money. And plus, on top of that, that was extra he charged that I had to pay besides just the floor being fixed. So anyway, and it took a while because he works public job too. So it took a while to get that fixed. And so anyway, after that, so what was that? He charged me, I paid him $400 to fix the floor, the water line, everything. So what was it, about $550 plus another almost $50? That's $600 just to fix the floor. So rough average, about $600. And that ain't counting all the little stuff I bought here and there. So I'm going to see if I can get the money right. So then, and it took him a week or two to get to the floor from the time I was painting. So that's kind of like, okay, getting there painting and stuff. I had to just put a stop to it because I didn't want to get in there and breathe that. So I shut the room off till he got fixed. And anyway, it's all fixed now. So let's say it's about $600 to fix the floor. So since he got it fixed, I went back to painting. I bought 2 cans of paint for the room. I used about a can and a half, a gallon and a half. Paint's $50 a piece. Hey, Daddy. And so $550, another $100, $650. Then we got, like, I feel like a hair is my face. Sorry, that's the reason I keep doing that. I feel like I had a hair around my nose or something. So that's what, $650. So then paint supplies, you know, you got to have with it and stuff for that room. So let's say an average another $50. It's about $700. So anyway, I got in there and started painting and all that. And, of course, I'm having to fix holes, this and that was in there. Because I was trying to get it right. So, anyway, between roughly, that's what did I say, about 700. So, I ended up buying, what was it, 5 boxes, I think it was a laminate. Let's see, let me think in my head. It was almost $35 a box. So, that's about $175 I spent on the laminate. So it's $700, $875. Okay, now we're at $875 for the cost of the room so far. So then I ended up buying the trim for the wall. It took almost 3 boxes. That stuff was almost $25. It was like $23. So let's say $25 a box. So that's another $75. So that's $950. And then that also ain't counting the other trips I've had to went and buy a hammer. Let's see. Also, rubber mallet. I bought a circular saw. I had to buy a laminate cutter. All of that was about $200. So that's $1,050. And so I spent, I guess, about $1,100. Well, and then I had to pay this other guy $40 to come in there and just pretty much do the same thing I did. Except for I just got tired because I have a lung infection and pushing that thing down was hard. You know, that was hard on me. So I had to give him an additional $40. So let's say about $1,200 in that room. And still got to go back and do laminate, probably buy another couple of boxes, which it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to complain. My son right now, as it is, he can be in his bedroom. He's enjoying it. He's in there messing with his phone or his laptop in there right now. And, you know, my son loves electronics. He's very highly intelligent in electronics. Caleb is, so that's the reason he does. But he does electronics not as in most kids does. He does it as learning. He actually gets on YouTube and learns about Linux, about the insides of computers and how they're designed. And I mean, my child is in gifted program. And I'm not trying to brag or anything, and sort of. I guess I am kind of bragging a little. I mean, he is my son. His daddy would be right now so proud of him if he could see him. And so anyway, so that was right at $1,200 I spent on Caleb's room. Plus I've got to go in there and probably get a couple of more boxes of laminate and have a reputable person actually go in there and really redo the floor, which that's fine. I mean, at this point, I just wanted my son in his room. The person I paid $40 to is not coming back. I wasn't mean or anything. I just told him thank you for your work. But I could have done the same thing. I was just tired. I was just happy to get something done. I'm going to probably get maybe even a friend of mine to come out and do it if I feel like it, to learn. I'd like to learn from it. So I do agree. Hey, baby. And yes, I did watch YouTube videos. It wouldn't click for me. And when I said about my blonde thing the other day, everybody, it was just a joke. You know, when I was young, I did hear some blonde negativity about me. Because I was the only blonde actually in my family. And so, yes, Teddy, Yes, Teddy. Um, so, I mean, when I was young, I heard those jokes. At the time, I didn't think it was funny. I took it serious. But, I mean, if you can't joke about yourself, who can you joke about, you know? So, I mean, I do, like, kind of taper it off, you know. Okay, right, I'm the blonde, you know. Really was just kidding about it. Your Teddy quit, hon. Easy. Here, with Nuggle. Maybe keep you calm down a little bit. So, I mean, yeah, just letting y'all know, when I said that the other day on the other video, I really was just joking. So, just wanted to put that out there. So, yeah, that room, it costed right at $1,200, but it's done. It just felt like I was in the room forever because I started painting and then I run across, had to wait a couple of weeks to get it all fixed because the person was, you know, my son-in-law works a public job and he had to get around to doing it. And they do have actually, they have a set of twins. So, you know, between and a 2-year-old. So the twins are newborn. So, I mean, I know they have, you know, time, and he had, you know, things to do too, plus try to get to fixing the floor. So anyway, it's all said and done. But it just taking so long, and then having to come back in on the painting again, it just felt like I was painting in there forever. I mean, it felt like I was just seeing that room and that room only. My next goal is to start next to my bathroom. Really all it needs is, I mean, everything's new, the fixtures, the bathroom, you know, tub, all that's new. I had to go to a special place to get the exact mobile home bathtub, and that I had that way to fit better because my measurements on my bathtub is very odd. So I went and found the actual real one so it'd fit perfectly. So anyway, yeah, and the drain line would fit perfectly and all that. So I had to actually have somebody to take me in a truck 2 hours away from here to find that tub, to pick up the person, bring it back. That was cheaper than probably having it shipped to my home. I think shipping was going to cost about $200, and what we spent about $40, $50 in gas. Cheaper to do it this way. So anyway, in that bathroom, that's what's got to be done. You know, it's just basically wall, you know, cosmetic work on the walls. Actually, the floor's fine. I think there was a drop of paint at one point spilled on the floor. So I'm going to get some, I think alcohol, rubbing alcohol, not drinking alcohol, takes care of floor spot stains. I'll go over that, you know, try to figure it out. But my main concern is walls. I've got to do a lot of touch-up on walls. Let's see, a lot of, put a lot of the spackling on the walls, you know, and sanding them down, and I'm sorry, I'm tired, y'all. Sanding them down and painting, you know, different things, and most everything's going to be bronze color in the bathroom. My nozzles on everything is already, you know, put in bronze color. So that's my next step, you know, is the bathroom, and I think you're going to be surprised once I finish it. Looks awful now, I ain't gonna lie. Looks bad. The walls, I mean, not the bathtub and stuff. Bathtub and all the rest of it looks clean, perfect, everything. But the walls, oh, I mean, they look awful. But that's the point of fixing a place, ain't it? You know, you're changing that. You're changing, and that's what you're here to see. You're here to see me make changes to my home. Cleaning, fixing, painting, something motivational, you know, you can do around your home. So eventually I'd like to get to every room. I'd like to do this living room. Love to paint these walls and do something different. But it takes time. I'm one person. Daddy's only one dog. You know. I'm one person, can only get to things so fast. But in the kitchen, of course, I heard somebody make a bad comment about my kitchen. Sorry you don't like it. Hope your kitchen's better. Yeah. I cross my fingers for you. That your kitchen's better. But it does a trick. It's a kitchen. You know, I'm not here for competition. It's a kitchen. You know, you can make pot roast. If you don't know what that joke is from, me and my husband used to do that. You know, you want some pot roast. Or it's actually like this pot roast. I don't know if you know what movie that's from. Let's see. From Blast in the Past, Sissy Spacek. She would do like that. She'd be like, I'm making pot roast. I don't even know what that was meant for, but me and my husband, we always joked around about that all the time. I don't know why I brought it up, but yeah. And you know, I'm tired, so I'm holding my head up. I'm wore out, y'all. My stomach's been just feeling bad at my stomach all day, and just one of them days, you know. We're not perfect. I'm just a Southern woman, Southern girl, whatever you want to call me. You want to call me names, I don't care at this point. Oh, and by the way, what I'm looking to do for my channel, of course, you know it's what the videos are about: me, motivational, about my life, what I'm doing here at my home, if I'm taking a trip, if I'm feeding Teddy, whatever. It's about our life. Teddy's life, too, yeah. Teddy's become famous. Are you a famous dog now? He said he wants to be like Lassie, Benji. He's going to become YouTube famous, right, baby? And he said, look out, Lassie. It's Teddy time. It's Teddy coming famous. Maybe I should make t-shirts with Teddy on it and be like, Teddy famous. But anyway, yeah, baby. Sit down, on. So, what I'm looking at in my channel, Teddy, be careful, baby. When I'm looking at my beg, yeah, baby, you good boy. What I'm looking at out of my channel, here, baby, let mama talk a minute. Set. I know you want to be rubbed. He's sitting there pushing my hand on, so I'll pet him. What I'm looking out of my channel to do, and this is financially, okay, my goal was to get, like 3,000 subscribers. I've reached almost 3,100, almost. Just a few subscribers to get there. So I've noticed since I went over the last couple of days, I was making about $10 a day, roughly $6 to $10 a day on YouTube. Now I've noticed in the last few days since I've hit over 3,000, I'm roughly averaging about 20 a day. Now, and this can fluctuate and change a little bit always, here with YouTube. So this is just something I've noticed. I can actually get by and make a good living with what me and Caleb already receive, with making about 60 a day off YouTube. So about triple from what I'm doing now. I could actually see myself, making a decent living here on YouTube. And us getting by very well and being able to do things. Whether it's home videos or, well, at that point, honestly, I can possibly buy a new double wide. So I want to thank each and every one of people that's old subscribers, current new subscribers, and that watches my videos. You are helping getting them out there. Even haters actually help get your video out there. Because when they comment, whatever they comment, You know, that helps get the algorithm to more people to watch. And it gets the, well, it's not a person out there. It's like a YouTube computer super system, I guess, that grabs your video and grows it. When they see your videos starting to get attention, YouTube will grab the videos and start being like, getting it out there for the higher, to the top tier so people can see it. Lately, I've had a lot of new people that subscribe to my channel say, well, your video was suggested to me or something like that. And that's when, you know, YouTube is actually showing your videos. It's kind of getting out there. They're starting to show them to other people. That's great. That's what you want. So I wanted to share that and let everybody know that, you know, I'm going to try to be here every day as I can, whether it's a little chat session like this or anything, because my YouTube is growing. And I can see, you know, even with people saying that, you know, like I just said, that their channel was suggested, that's also showing that, you know, it's getting out to new people. That I'm going to call it YouTube supercomputer is grabbing it and suggesting it to others. So that's a big yes. That's a big help. So anyway, I won't keep everybody tonight. I probably made this video a little long anyway. And just wanted to let everybody give an update today. Just didn't make a motivational video today just because my stomach felt bad. And I kind of like, oh, I feel sluggish. So, oh, and update, my cream at the pharmacy, they didn't have it in. They don't have it where they can get it. So they sent word to the doctor to see if they can get a similar name of the cream, same kind, just different, maybe name brand. And we haven't heard back from the doctor. So they had called him this morning, no heard back all day. So I've got to go back to the town where the doctor's at in the morning. So if my drugstore hasn't heard from them, I'm going to stop there and talk to them at their office. I think they're open on Fridays. So anyway, so I haven't had a chance to put no medicine on because I ain't got no medicine yet. And that's the reason it happened. The drugstore was out. Or they can't get that one brand. So anyway, that's what I'm looking at on that. Waiting to hear back again from the doctor just to get the medicine to me. You know how sometimes medicine can be a hassle trying to get. It's one of those odd situations. But I know I'll be took care of. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be took care of. But anyway, I want to say good night to everybody. Hope everybody's had a wonderful and blessed day. God bless each and every one of y'all. Know that Jesus loves you. I love you too. And y'all have a great night. Thank y'all for watching. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make a comment, even if it's good or bad. I just won't answer the bad ones. But you still make that comment, though. I mean, you know, it gives me good algorithm and you help me. So even the haters help me for that part. And I'm proud of that. And God bless each and every one of y'all. And y'all have a great night. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.